So time to start new chapter now. Are you all ready? Perfect. Come on. Now let's start. We are starting with the new chapter now. The name of the new chapter is Profits and Gains from Business or Profession. In short, we call it PGBP. Okay. So profits and gains from business or profession. What will be called? PGBP. Okay, friends. So now this chapter, as far as your examinations are concerned, very, very, very important for your examination. Because the first compulsory question which you are going to see in the exam will have this chapter. So you'll have to calculate PGBP. Along with PGBP, other heads will also be there, but PGBP has to be there. Along with PGBP, other heads will be there. Few deductions will be there. Set of carry forward or clubbing provisions will be there. You will be calculating total income and tax liability also in that 15-mark question. If you want to actually crack that 15 marks question properly, you need to be very attentive in this chapter, because in the examination this chapter has a minimum weightage of 12 to 18 marks. Okay, very lengthy chapter as far as provisions are concerned. Many provisions are there, many things are to be studied. Okay, but I will give you this guarantee that after learning this chapter with me, in the end, when we are going to solve the questions where we have to calculate the PGBP income, within 1 minute the answer will be on your calculator. You just have to do the calculator workings, put your fingers, run your fingers on the calculator buttons, and your answer will be on your calculator within 1 minute. And that answer which is there on your calculator, no, it will be, you will just have to make sure that how you are presenting it. That's it. Then the presentation will be the job remaining to be done. Okay, very easy. As far as as far as volume is considered, too many things are to be studied, but it is very easy chapter also. I don't know why people consider this chapter to be very difficult, run away from this chapter. No need to run away from this chapter. Very easy chapter, provided you stay consistently, in the lecture with me, be attentive, everything will be easy for you. But see, as I said, that there are too many things in this chapter. So we will have to break this chapter into small parts. Okay. So what I have done, I have divided this chapter into 5 parts. 5 parts, the entire chapter is broken down. The first part will be basics. The second will be deductions. Third one will be disallowances. Fourth one is deemed PGBP incomes. And the last one is miscellaneous concepts. Okay. So in basics, which all sections you are supposed to study? You are supposed to study section number 28, 29 and 145. These are the major sections. But along with these sections, few small sections, definitions also we are supposed to see. Okay, no? But these are the major sections which you are going to study in basics. Then in deductions, and disallowances, you are going to study section 30 to 37.1. Here you will be studying section 30 to 37.1. The major chunk of this chapter is deductions part only. If you do the deductions part now, then the majority of the chapter will be over, because that is the biggest part, second part. Then disallowances will be 37 2B, one disallowance. Then it is 38. Then it is 40 clause A, 40 clause B. Then it is 40A. Then it is 43B. Okay, 40A and 43B. Now deemed PGBP income is section 41, only one section. And miscellaneous concepts, there is 43 CA, 44 AA, 44 AB, 44 AD, 44 ADA, 44 AE. These sections are there. Okay. Now all the parts are equally important. I would not tell you to give less importance to this part, more importance to this part. No, all the parts are very important. As far as your miscellaneous concepts are also concerned, miscellaneous concepts are also very important. Because sometimes 4 to 6 mark question, very simple question giving you, cash marks may come from that miscellaneous concept also. Sometimes from miscellaneous concepts also they can frame a case study for your MCQs. So even that part becomes very important. Okay. So one by one, we will keep on doing these, parts. Basics we will first do. So by doing basics now, we'll come to know that which all incomes will come under this head. We'll be in a position to identify that, okay, these incomes will be coming under the PGBP head. We are supposed to take these incomes under PGBP head, and based on these incomes, our PGBP head income will be computed. So which all incomes will be taxable here? Basics. Then out of these incomes, what all deductions are to be taken? Deductions, second part. What all things cannot be taken as deduction? Disallowances. And these disallowances will be done. Few disallowances will be done along with the deduction only. While doing deductions, few disallowances I will discuss in between. And the remaining ones will do separately as a third part, disallowances. Then deemed PGBP incomes also will be done along with doing the second part only. So while we will be doing the second part, deductions, along with that deductions only, the deemed PGBP incomes will be covered. One or two things will remain. For that, we'll have to go to the fourth part. And in the fourth part, there will be a list. In that list, these are the deemed PGBP incomes. I will tell you, okay, this deemed PGBP income, do you remember section 35? In section 35, we did this deemed PGBP income. You will recollect. Yes, in that section, we have already covered this. Do you remember section 32, subsection 1, clause 7, bad debts recovery? We have done this deemed PGBP income over there. You will say, yes, sir, we remember. We did this along with bad debts. Do you remember depreciation, section 32, subsection 1, clause 1, SLM basis? Along with that, we did balancing charge. That was a deemed PGBP income. So it will be something like that. Deemed PGBP income. And the last part will not take more than one lecture. The last part will be over very soon. Okay. So likewise, we are, supposed to do the things. Okay. So starting from the very first part, that is basics. The basics are 28, 29 and section 145. Okay. Now coming to the very first section. Section 28. See, this is the first section in this head. According to you, what this section should say? This is a charging section. For any head, its first section is its charging section. In salary, section 15 was charging section. In house property, Section 22 was charging section. So by looking at the charging section, what we understand? That charging section tells you that which income is going to fall under this head. Okay. And what conditions are to be satisfied in order to bring this income under this head. So first, the conditions. If these conditions are fulfilled, then this income will be charged under the head PGBP. Okay. Do you remember 3 conditions of house property head? There has to be a house property. You should be the owner of that house property. And that house property should not be used for your own business or profession. Then bring that house property under the house property head. And its annual value will be charged under the house property head, which you calculate as per section 23. Do you remember salary head? Employer-employee relationship should be there. Contract of service should be made between the payer and the pay. And because of this employer-employee relationship, master-servant relationship, because of this contract of service, whatever amount by whatever name given by the employer to the employee will be treated as his salary, and that salary will be taxable under the salary head. Likewise, section 28 will tell you that what condition needs to be satisfied. If these conditions are satisfied, then what income will be charged under this head? See, under this head, no, the charge is on profits. Charge is on profits and gains. Just imagine one thing. You are doing a business. From that business, you are selling something. So you are in the business of buying and selling of these pens. So you are buying these pens and you are selling. So you are in the business of buying and selling these pens. So by selling these pens, you are earning 10 lakh rupees sale price. Just imagine on this 10 lakh, to earn this 10 lakh, you might have incurred many expenses also, no? Buying, meaning the purchase cost, traveling cost, hello, then marketing cost, selling cost. You might be having a shop, rent of the shop, electricity of the shop. You might have, employees in the shop, salary of the employees. Many expenses are incurred to do this business. You are able to earn this income by incurring these expenses. So after taking out these expenses out of the income, whatever profit remain, that profit is only charged under this head. So the charge under the head PGBP is on profits and gains from any business or profession which is carried on by the assessee at any time during the previous year. This is charging section. But your charging section is not that simple. In your charging section, no, we have done 2 parts. One is general charge and the another one is specific charge. What? One is general charge and another one is specific charge. Generally, what is taxable under this head? Generally, profits and gains arising from any business or profession carried on by the assessee at any time during the previous year, generally that is charged under this head. That is general charge. But section 28 contains some specific type of incomes also. As per section 28, this income, this income, this income, this income, this income. If you are earning any of these incomes, which is specifically mentioned in section 28, even these incomes will be taxable only and only under PGBP head. These incomes cannot go anywhere else other than PGBP. Meaning that incomes are specified. And these specific type of incomes are to be charged under the head PGBP only. Meaning that specific charge is there. So what I am going to do, I am going to divide this section 28 into 2 parts. One is general charge that is given in section 28 clause 1. And the second part is specific charge. and that specific charge is given from 28 clause 2 onwards till clause 7. So under these clauses, no friends, list of specific incomes, list of specific incomes is given. These specific incomes shall always be taxable under the head PGBP. Now we are supposed to see that list. That list we are going to see later on. Later on means after completing general charge. So first we will complete the general charge. Once the general charge is over, discussion is over, then we'll come on that list. That list which will tell you that okay, this income, this income, this income, the incomes are specific type of incomes. These incomes will be taxable, always taxable under the head PGBP. If by mistakenly you take this income to any other head, you are gone. Because the law itself tells you to bring this income under this head. Who are you to take that income to some other head? The law wants you to charge this income under this head only. That's it. So this income cannot go under any other head other than PGBP. So that list we are going to see. Okay. Now coming to the general charge. General charge. What is generally chargeable? Any profit and gain arising from any business or profession which is carried on by neighbor, carried on by my neighbor, or by me, by the assessee, by the assessee. When to carry on this business? 15 years ago or in the previous year? In the previous year. At any time during the previous year. So whatever profits or gain will arise from this business or profession which is carried on by the assessee at any time during the previous year, that profits and gains will be chargeable under this head. And now how to calculate this profit and gain? Hello, how to compute or calculate this profit and gain? You will have to go to section 29. Section 29 will tell you that how to compute this profit and gains. Hello, sir. Understanding or not? Okay. Now pay attention. Profits or gain arising from any business or profession. Meaning you should be doing some activity during the previous year. Assessee should be doing some activity during the previous year, and that activity should be business or profession. Now which activity you will call as business or profession? Come on, tell me. Any activity if you are doing with an intention to earn profits, that activity is business. Intention should be to earn profit. See, profit happening or not happening, that is altogether a different thing. But you did this activity with only one intention, to earn profits out of it. Profit might happen, profit might not happen. But the intention was to earn profit only, no? For example, there is some small idli shop in my locality. Okay. That idli shop, that Anna, what he does? He cooks some idli, brings those idli in the shop and sells them. Will he sell at the same price which is his cost or a little bit more? Yes. So his intention is to earn profit. So whatever income that idli Anna is earning, no, by selling the idlis in his shop, that activity is his business. Hello, sir. A small vegetable vendor nearby my house. That vegetable vendor goes in the market in the morning, early morning, brings vegetable at low cost, keeps those vegetable in the shop, sells the vegetable by adding some profit margin, meaning that at a little bit higher price as compared to the price at which he has brought it, and which will also cover his expenses to do this activity. Yes or no? So at some higher price he is selling as compared to the cost which he is incurring, meaning there was an intention to earn what? Profit, no? So whatever that vegetable vendor is doing is what? It is his business. Understanding? What I am doing? I am also doing a business or a profession. For me, it is not a business, it is a profession. Profession discussion I am going to do. But wait, here also my intention is to earn what? Profit only. So with the intention of earning profit, if any activity is done and that activity involves your time, your efforts, and that is a systematic activity. A systematic activity involving what? Involving the efforts, your time. But all these things are done with a single or sole object to earn profits. Then that activity is what? Business. Understanding? So in general, in normal terms, the meaning of business is this only. But the term business is also defined under section 2, subsection 13. The definition of business is also given. So first of all, if I see the first condition, there has to be a business or profession. I'm discussing this. What is business? What is profession? Okay. So if I say business, business means an activity which is performed with an intention. Intention means motive to earn profits. Profits may or may not arise, but the intention was to earn profits. Then that type of activity is known as what? Business. There are various court judgments also. Okay, we are not supposed to go that much deep. That court judgment has given some, criterias, given some things, some judgments. And in that judgments, there are some criterias based on which you can call an activity as a business, or it cannot be called as a business. Yes or no? But the ultimate crux of all the things is what? This only. Okay. Intention is to be earn profits. Now, the term business is defined under section 2, subsection 13. 213 says that the term business includes any trade, commerce, or manufacture, or any adventure or concern in the nature of trade, commerce, or manufacture. This is the definition. So, trade, commerce, or manufacture, if you are doing any of these activities, then it is a business only. But if you are doing any adventure or concern which is in the nature of trade, commerce, or manufacture, then also it is a business. Meaning, sir? See, trade means what? First, we'll discuss that. Okay, what is trade? See, I'm buying and selling these type of small mouses. I'll bring 50 mouses in my shop, I will sell them. Then in my shop, there will be these type of calculators also. I will purchase these calculators, keep them as a stock, and I will sell them. Okay. Then these type of pens also. I'll buy some pens and I will sell. Am I doing this activity on a huge or large scale or on a small scale, buying few and selling few? Buying and selling when happens on a small scale, it is known as trading. It is known as trade. Trade is nothing but buying and selling only. But when that happens on a very small scale, it is known as trade. Done no? But what is commerce? When this activity becomes huge, it is commerce. Even DMart, Reliance Fresh, they are buying and selling only. But are they buying and selling on a small scale or a huge scale, large scale? Then that becomes what? Commerce. Getting my point? Banks. Banks are also doing some activity. But the activity is done giving the loans, taking the deposits, giving the loans, earning the interest, paying the interest. All these activities happen on a very large scale. Hence, it is known as commerce. Commercial activity happening. Getting my point? Manufacture. Bring some raw material, do some processing, and by processing, the entire nature of the raw material gets changed. A new product is coming into existence. That is what? Manufacturing. And that manufactured item is new product is sold. So bringing something, converting it into something else and selling it is known as what? Manufacturing. Do you think that these activities involve some continuity? Buying, selling, buying, selling, buying, selling on a small scale, large scale, or raw materials, processing, finished good, sell. Raw materials, processing, finished goods, sell. There is a continuity. So if these type of activities are there, where buying and selling happening, manufacturing happening, small scale, large scale, which we usually call it a what? Trade, commerce, manufacturing. There is some continuity. It happens on a regular basis, continuous basis. Yes or no? But sometimes buying and selling happen only once. But still it will be treated as what? Business. Because now it is not trade, it is an adventure in the nature of trade. Adventure means any activity, if done on a regular basis, would have been what? Trade, commerce, or manufacture. But now it is done only once. Then it is an adventure or it is a concern. If done regularly, would have been trade only, no? But what if you are doing adventurously only once? Then also it is a business only. For example, I am in the business of buying and selling of grocery or spices, etc. You know now, those spices are there, Indian spices are there. I am buying and selling Indian spices. Now rainy season is coming. I thought, let's buy 2000 umbrellas and I will sell 2000 umbrellas. I'm not continuously doing that activity of buying and selling the umbrellas because in the rainy season, people are going to buy the umbrellas. So instead of doing this activity on a regular basis, I thought to buy 2000 umbrella and I will sell them at a profit. Later on, I may not do this activity on a continuous basis, but only once also I have also done this, no? Then it will be treated as what? Business, because it is an adventure in the nature of trade. If I would have done this activity on a regular basis, that would have been my trade. But am I doing it on a regular basis or as an adventure? Only once, yes, then also it will be business. Any income from this adventure will also be treated as my PGBP income. Getting my point, everyone? So, a single time done activity known as what? Adventure or concern. If it would have been done on a regular basis, it would have been trade, commerce or manufacture, that single time done activity is also treated as your business. Any income from that activity can also be taxed under the head PGBP only. Getting my point? So in order to remember the meaning of the business, this is sufficient for you. Now around you, you are supposed to go out today or tomorrow, whenever you are going out, whatever activities you are watching in front of you happening, try to connect that with this. You'll come to know that whether that person is doing business or not, whether that person earning income is doing business or not. Hello? Understanding? For example, you are going to temple. Some flower shops are there. Puja shops and flower shops are there outside the temple, from where you buy the, pujan samagri and all, and you buy the flowers, etc., to offer to the god. Those flower shops, they are doing some activities, no? So today you went to some temple, and outside the temple you are seeing those flower shops. So you have to ask yourself that whatever activity these flower shops are doing, according to the Income Tax Act, activity done by them, can it be treated as business? You automatically will get your answer. Tell me, is the activity done by them treated as business? Yes. They are doing that activity of buying and selling of what? Puja samagri, flowers, etc. They are not going to bring that and give that at the same cost. They are going to charge a little bit more. So their intention is to earn profit. Whatever happening around you, everything is business, my dear friends. Every damn single activity happening around you is business. Because this is business. Life is also business. Understanding? A small, a small person, a very small person pulling a cart, that fellow also has some intention of what? Earning profits. A rickshaw guy driving rickshaw, he is also having some intention to earn profit. That is the reason why he is driving that rickshaw. Cost to run that rickshaw, will he recover that much fare or more than that? More than that. Intention to earn profit. Grocery store, intention to earn profit. Supermarket, intention to earn profit. Xerox or stationery shop, intention to earn profit. Everywhere profit intention is there around you. So majority of the people who are earning the income, somebody might earn income by giving their property on rent. So their income will be house property income. Somebody might be earning income as servants for someone. You say, we will do like that. Salary. Somebody might be earning income with an intention to earn profit. That is their PGBP. Somebody might sell their assets to earn income. Huge amount. Capital gain. But there are other ways also to earn income which are not covered here. Everything will be covered under IFOS. Hello? Putting the extra money in the bank, so that on that money the bank will give you interest. Are you giving your property on rent? No. Was the intention to earn profits? No. Were you working as a servant? You say, nah, I will do like that. No. Are you selling some asset? No. But still you are earning income in the form of interest? IFOS. So you have to be critical in thinking like this. You have to connect these things, whatever happening around you. Only then you will be able to understand that bloody what you are doing. Otherwise, everything which is written in the books, you all also know that how much you have studied since your childhood and how much you remember and how much you apply. Okay. And whatever you are studying in your CA curriculum, every damn single thing makes sense. And this is the most practical things which is happening with you. What? Taxation. Because it is all around you. Just like business, tax is like that also. Everywhere you will see tax. Getting my point? So business, I hope this thing is done. Understood? Now let's come to profession. What is the meaning of profession? See, somebody doing this activity during the previous year. So from whatever he is earning from this activity known as what? Business. That will be brought under the head PGBP. Okay, now what is profession? Profession means any activity which involves some skills, some skills, knowledge, expertise, and these skills, knowledge, expertise is while acquired in the course of taking some specific qualification. Yes, very good, Kaushik. Kaushik also gave me some examples. Doctor is there, chartered accountant is there, lawyer is there, company secretary is there, engineer is there, architects are there. They are what? Specific qualifications have been taken. But while studying for obtaining those qualifications, you acquire these type of skills, knowledge, expertise. And now in any activity, if these skills, knowledge or expertise is required to be implemented, then that activity becomes profession. So if there is an activity which involves you and which requires you to apply some skills, knowledge or experience or expertise which you have to acquire while taking some qualification, then that activity will be treated as what? Profession. Best examples are CA, CS, lawyers, doctors, etc. Understanding? Now wait. Profession is also defined under section 2, subsection 36. So definition of profession is also given under the Income Tax Act. So as per 2 subsection 36, the term profession includes vocation. I have not written vacation, I have written vocation. Vacation is different, vocation is different. Vocation. Vocation means what? The definition of profession is over. Only this much definition is there. The term profession is defined. The easiest and simplest definition of any term in the Income Tax Act is definition of profession. That's it. As per 236, the term profession includes vocation. Done. Definition over. Now, what is this vocation? Come and tell me. This vocation means any activity which involves skills, experience, etc. acquired. Copy and paste. Any activity which involves some skills, knowledge, experience, etc. But now this is acquired by years of practice or experience, or it is God gift, or you may say talent, then that activity is what? Vocation. Give me some examples if you can relate to this. Singer, singing. Skills are required to sing. Singing is an activity. So in that activity, whenever you will be singing, is there any specific qualification required to do this? No. Years of practice. It can be God gift also. It can be talent also, because of which you can perform this activity. So you have acquired some skills or knowledge as a God gift or talent also. Years of practice, and because of that skills or knowledge, you are able to do some activity. Is that skills or knowledge acquired while taking a specific qualification? No. Then it is not a profession, it is a vocation. And by the way, vocation is also a profession, because the term profession includes what? Vocation. The best examples are tailors. Nowadays we call them fashion designers, cobblers, mending the shoes and all. Okay, singers, cricketers, actors, choreographers. What are they? They are doing some vocational activity. They are into vocation. And their vocational activity, their vocation is also treated as what? Profession under the Income Tax Act. So profession may or may not involve having a qualification. If it involves qualification, then it is a pure profession. But if it does not involve any activity, it does not involve any qualification, specific type of qualification, but that activity requires some knowledge, skills, etc., which is acquired by way of what? By way of years of practice. See, you want to play cricket. So to play cricket, do you want some qualification or years of practice? Practice. You practice a lot, and you got selected in Indian cricket team. There is no such institution in India known as Institute of Chartered Cricketers of India, where you are supposed to give the foundation exam, then give the inter exam, then pass both the exam, do the internship, then after doing internship, give the final exam. Then after passing the final exam, you will be given a degree, chartered cricketer. Then only you can go and play for Indian cricket team. There is no such requirement. In IPL, in Indian cricket team, if you want to play as a cricketer, you want to show your skills, you want to show your, expertise, you can show it by years of practice. And you can perform that activity and earn that income. Actors do that. Singers also do that. Dancers also do that. All are what? All are doing that is the reason why they call themselves as what? Professional cricketer, professional dancer. But they have not acquired any qualification for that, because qualification is not required to perform these activities. Getting my point? So profession is also vocation. Now see, can I say business is not equal to profession, and business or profession is not equal to vocation? But it will not make any difference. Income from business, income from profession, income from vocation, everything will go to PGBP, PGBP, PGBP. So even if you get confused that whether to call any activity a business or a profession or a vocation, will not make any difference as far as PGBP head is concerned. Why? Because income from these activities are going to come under PGBP head only. Hello? So this basic understanding is required. Have you understood? Hello? So the income of cricketers will be taxable under PGBP. Income of dancers, professional dancers, will be taxable under PGBP. Income of auditors of a company, chartered accountants, will be taxable under PGBP. Income of practicing company secretaries will be taxable under PGBP. Income of doctors practicing their medicine practice, will be taxable under PGBP. Getting my point? Income of fashion designers, interior designers, taxable under PGBP. Done, everyone? Sure. So the first condition, there has to be a business or a profession. This activity you should do. Who must carry on this activity? A business or profession, any profit or gain arising from business or profession. Carried on by whom? Who should carry on this activity? It must be carried on by the assessee. Carried on by the assessee means what? Carried on by the assessee means what? It means that the control is with the assessee. Not necessarily that all the activities which are happening in the course of business, hello, must be performed by myself only. Purchase, I am only doing. Sales, I am only doing. Marketing, I am only doing. All the activities happening in the course of business or profession need not be done by me, but they must be in my control. That is the meaning that business is carried on by me. I'll give you one example to make this thing more clear. See, I'm a person sitting in Germany. I'm a non-resident. And I'm running a business in India. A very big supermarket is there. Okay. So I'm having a big supermarket. In that supermarket, what I'm keeping? I'm keeping different products to be sold to the customers. So that business belongs to me. But I'm not here in India. I'm sitting outside India. I'm in Germany. I'm a non-resident. But sitting there in the Germany, outside India, this non-resident is having this business in India. Supermarket. Now it is not necessary that all the activities which are being performed in the supermarket has to be performed by me. No. I'm not performing a single activity here, because all the activities, all the operations, I have given those operations to be performed by someone else. For example, there is one manager. There is one person whom I trust the most. Okay. Kaushik. I've told Kaushik that Kaushik, you will be managing all the operations of this supermarket. Okay. From whom to be purchased, how much to be purchased. Okay. And customers, how to deal with the customers, how to do the marketing and stuff, how much stock is to be maintained. All the activities, all the operations you will perform, Kaushik. But wait, you will perform these things, these activities, these operations under my control and supervision. I will tell you what to do, what not to do. I have given you the power to perform the operations, but those operations will be performed under my guidance, under my control. So even though I am not doing any single activity, any single operation, I am not involved, but still that business is carried on by me, sitting outside, because I have control over that. So who should have control over that activity? Assessee should have control over that activity. Only then it can be said that that activity, that business or profession is carried on by the assessee. Yes or no? Everyone. Next one. At any time during the previous year. Third condition is the business or profession must be carried on by the assessee. But it must be carried on at any time during the previous year. What if the business is not carried on at any time during the previous year? Then there is no business income. In order to charge any income, any profits from activity under the head PGBP, that activity must be carried on at any time during the previous year. But if that activity is not carried on only during the previous year, how the income of that activity will be taxed? Getting my point? So in the assessment year, if you want to charge the income of any activity, income of the business activity, you want to charge under PGBP head, then in the assessment year, you have to make sure that the activity meaning that business or profession was carried on at any time, even for some time it should be carried on, but during the previous year it should be carried on. What if the business or profession is not in existence in the previous year? Then its income will not be taxed under PGBP in the assessment year. Yes or no? Hello? But this has some exceptions when we'll be going to deemed PGBP income. In deemed PGBP income, even if the activities of the business are not in existence in the previous year, hello, still the income of that business will be taxable under the PGBP head during the assessment year. Those are the exceptions I'll tell you. Okay. But right now, at any time during the previous year, business or profession should be, this activity must be conducted. Anytime means what? Throughout the year. If throughout the year, very good. But not throughout the year, but at least for some time during the previous year, the activity should be performed. Yes or no? What if the activity is not performed in the assessment year, but it was performed in the previous year? Still the income of that activity will be taxed in the assessment year. You cannot say that, okay, I am not performing this activity anymore in the assessment year, so I'll not pay tax on the income of this activity. Hello, in the assessment year, the income of that activity will be taxed under the head PGBP. Even if in the assessment year that activity is not in existence, but was this activity in existence in the previous year? Yes. And was this activity performed in that previous year? Yes. By the assessee? Yes. Then assessee cannot deny paying tax during the assessment year, because business is not required to be performed in assessment year. Requirement is to perform the activity during the previous year. Do you remember? Ownership of the house property was required in the previous year. Then in the assessment year, the income of that house property will be taxable under the house property head. Employer-employee relationship during the previous year. Hello? Then the income of that employer-employee relationship taxable under the head salary. In the previous year, the business or profession should be in existence. May or may not be in assessment year. Will not make any difference. Got it? So did you understand all these three conditions? First is business or profession carried on by the assessee, meaning in the control of the assessee. And that business or profession must be carried out at any time during the previous year. Then from this business or profession, whatever profits and gains happening, those profits and gains will be charged under the head PGBP during the assessment year. Got it, everyone? Sure. But how to calculate that profit or gains? How to calculate that profits and gains? We'll learn that under 29. Now, section 28 speaks this much only. To calculate profit and gain, we'll learn in section 29. Now, what is remaining? List of incomes. What did I say? List of incomes which are specifically chargeable under the head PGBP. Now, one by one, we are going to see those incomes. Getting my point? And after seeing those incomes, we will be in a better position to identify the incomes, that which incomes will come in PGBP, which incomes will not come in PGBP. And there are certain misconceptions. You might feel that this income will come to PGBP, but this is not going to come to PGBP. This will go to some other heads. Or you might be thinking that this income belongs to some other head, but no, this income does not belong to other head. This income belongs to PGBP. So those misconceptions also I will clear. But that will be cleared only if you learn all these things. Getting my point? And once you are through with this discussion, no, you will be in a position that at least now you know that which incomes I am earning, I will have to bring under the head PGBP. Now from that income, in the second part, we take the deductions. What all things will be allowed to be reduced out of this income as a deduction to calculate the profit and gain. Done, sir? Should I move ahead a little bit? Okay. Now see, the discussion which I am doing right now, okay, in this discussion, okay. Can you see the specific charge on your screen? General charge was under which section? 28 clause 1, which we have just now completed, general charge. Now from 28 clause 2 and onwards, the specific charge will start. Okay. So first income is there. Then this is the second income. Then this is the third income, fourth income, then fifth income, sixth is there. Then after sixth, seventh income will be there. And there are other incomes also. Now all these incomes, no, these incomes are what? These incomes are those incomes which are specific type of incomes which you have to bring under the head PGBP only. In that the first income is, please check, compensation or other payment. What did I say? Compensation or other payment. Meaning that assessee is receiving this income. What income he is receiving? He is receiving compensation or any other payment also he can receive. The name of the payment cannot be necessarily compensation. The income can come by any other name also. Compensation or by any other name, the income can come to you. But that income is coming for what reason? You are receiving that income, you are receiving that compensation for termination or modification of managing agent agreement. Managing agent agreement which was entered for managing the affairs of an Indian company or affairs in India of any foreign company. Or this compensation or other payment you can receive for termination or modification of agency contract in India. Or that compensation or other payment you can receive for vesting of management of any property or business to the government or government corporation. Or that compensation or other payment you can receive for termination or modification of any contract entered in the course of business or profession. Now for all these reasons, 1, 2, 3, 4, for all these 4 reasons, you are receiving what? Compensation or any other payment. Then that compensation, that any other payment will be treated as your PGBP income. You cannot bring this income under any other head except PGBP. This will fall under PGBP head only. So there is one agreement. The name of that agreement is Managing Agent Agreement. Now this agreement got terminated or there was some modification in this agreement. So as a result of the termination of this agreement, as a result of modification of this agreement, you are getting some compensation or any other payment. Then that will be for you your PGBP income. Getting my point? Not getting. Why? Because what is managing agent agreement you don't know. Don't say yes. Always be inquisitive. Sir, what is managing agent agreement? Throw some light on that. So that if it is coming in light, we'll be able to see it. Okay, this is managing agent agreement. So you'll be understanding only if I'll give you some example. Ready for the example? I'm a millionaire, multi-millionaire. Okay. All the characters are imaginary in the example. Hello. It does not resemble to anything living or dead. Examples are given just to make you understand the concept. Okay, no? Actually, not a multimillionaire, small person, middle class person like you all. So, for example, I'm saying, for example, I am a millionaire, multimillionaire. Huge money, huge. Now I want to start one business. I want to start one company in India. Some business idea I am having, and in that business idea, I require a big company. A big company I want to form. Whatever money is required, no, to do this business. I have that entire money. I can put the full money to start that business. But once that business will start, somebody will have to manage or run that business, no? That expertise I don't have. Hello? That expertise you have. Because you have been managing such big companies already in your career. Meaning that you must be a managing director or a CEO of some big company. Now, being a managing director or a CEO of that company, you are working as a salaried employee only, no? Hello? Why are you working as a salaried employee? Come to me, manage this business for myself. I will put money. I will, I will start this business. And after starting, I don't know how to manage. That is your expertise. Can you give your expertise of managing the business to me? Let's enter into a contract wherein I will ask for your expertise to manage my business as my managing agent. Hello. Now you will no more be an employee. You will be my managing agent. You will be managing the entire operations of my business. And we will enter into this contract, no agreement. In this agreement, I will tell you, let's see, for the next 5 years, manage my entire affairs of my company. What is to be done, what is not to be done, how to manage, you all know. You know it very well. Manage it in your own way. For every year, I'm going to give you 1 crore as your managing agent fees, managing agent remuneration. Understanding or not? So now if you are getting managing agent fees or managing agent remuneration from me, that amount which I am giving you, will it be your salary income? You are no more my employee. You will not be doing the activities in my control or supervision. The contract between you and me is not contract of service. It is contract for service, my dear friends. I want your services to manage my company. You are ready to give, but you will give it in your own way, no? So this is not contract of service. This is contract for service. And in this contract for service, if you have agreed to give your services as my managing agent, so for that I'll be giving you some money, some payment. That payment for you, my dear friends, will be what? Your PGBP income. Because it is arising out of contract for service. Getting my point? How much PGBP income every year you are going to get from me? 1 crore. And that 1 crore PGBP income you are getting because of this agreement only, no? Now don't you think? PGBP income 1 crore, 1 crore, 1 crore, 1 crore, 5 years you will earn. What if I terminate that agreement in between? Or I modify and I will say after 3 years I am saying that I am not going to pay you 1 crore, 1 crore, I am going to pay you only 50 lakhs. Is there loss in your future PGBP incomes? So to compensate that loss happening in your future PGBP income, there might be clause in the agreement which says that if I terminate this agreement or if I cancel, if I modify the terms of this agreement, I will have to compensate you for the loss in your income. Hello? That compensation I am giving you. Can I say against your business income which you were supposed to receive in future because of this agreement, against that only you are getting this compensation? Profit in lieu of business income is also a business income only. And just imagine, this amount will not be some thousands or some lakhs, it will be in crores. Getting my point? I will tell you that from today, 3 years you have worked with me. From today, you are no more my managing agent. I am terminating the contract. And in that contract, it will be written that if I will terminate, I will have to pay you the fees for those balance 2 years. What was that fees? 2 crores. I will have to pay that 2 crores. Plus extra damages also. In total, 2.5 crores I will pay. Against your business income which you are going to earn due to this agreement, against that business income only you are getting this compensation, no? Profit in lieu of salary was there, do you remember? This is nothing but profit in lieu of your PGBP income. Has to be taxed under PGBP only. And just imagine if this amount is not taxed under PGBP income, no? You are very smart. What you will do, after 3 years, no? You will tell me that, sir, you are going to give me the managing agent fees or remuneration for the next 2 years, no? Don't give it to me in that way. Because if you are going to give me like that, it will be my PGBP income. Hello, sir. Terminate the contract, I will manage. Terminate the contract, but give it to me in the form of compensation. It will not be taxed at all because it is a compensation. Hello, sir. Everyone will start taking like that, no? So the government said, no, even if you are doing that, it will be covered under your PGBP only. Hello, sir. Understanding? So any managing agent agreement, if the termination of the contract is happening or modification in the terms of contract happening, and as a result of that, any compensation is paid or any other payment by whatever name, that compensation or other payment will be treated as your PGBP income, provided the agency agreement, managing agent agreement was for managing the affairs of an Indian company or affairs of a foreign company in India. So what you are managing? Affairs of an Indian company. What you are managing? Indian affairs of a foreign company. And for that, if the managing agent agreement was made and that got terminated or modified, and as a result of that termination or modification, if you are getting what? Compensation, then that will be taxable as your PGBP income only. Got it, sir? Easy or difficult? Now easy. Why? Because it is not easy, it is made easy. Now second, agency contract. In the entire state of Tamil Nadu, you will be my selling agent. I am a big factory, big manufacturer, manufacturing some product, and I want to sell that product entire India. Now in India, especially in the state of Tamil Nadu, you will be selling my products. You are the sole selling agent. I am not going to come myself to Tamil Nadu also to sell, because I've given that right to sell my products to you. Because I am appointing you as my agent for the entire state of Tamil Nadu. So you are my agent, selling agent. Now we will enter into a contract known as agency contract. As per this contract, I will appoint you as my agent who will be selling the company's goods in the territory of Tamil Nadu. Because you have a good reach in the entire state, you have good network of people around you. Okay, so according to the company, you can be the correct person through which my products can be sold in the entire state of Tamil Nadu. Getting my point? So as a result of that, I am appointing you as agent. Now, will you be appointed as my agent free of cost, or you will charge some commission? Commission, no, agency commission. So you will say that, sir, okay, in the entire state of Tamil Nadu, I will sell your goods, but nobody else can be appointed here. Only I will be selling. And I promise you that I will sell this much product, quantity and everything, you will tell me. And for this sale, you are going to give me this much commission, that out of the total sales made for you, 5% I will take as commission. So for example, 100 crores you are selling, 5% you will be getting as what? Commission. That commission, no, will be your PGBP income. Why, sir? Gas agency is also there. Very good. Yes. So that commission is what? Your PGBP income. Why PGBP income? Because between you and me, this is a contract, and this is not contract of service. This is contract for service. Why contract for service? I want your services as my agent to sell the goods. But you will not be selling under my control and supervision. You will be selling them independently. Hello? On your own. Will I control and supervise your activity? Are you acting as my employee? No, because of this contract, you will not be acting as my employee. You will not be under my control and supervision. Whatever you want to do. According to you only, you will be selling my goods only. Hello? So will you be my independent person selling goods on my behalf? Yes. You are not my sales executive who will do whatever I will tell him to do. My sales executive works under my control and supervision. He is my employee. You are not my sales executive. You are my agent. And you are not going to work under my control and supervision. That means the agency contract which is made between you and me is not contract of service. It is contract for service. And for this contract for service, whatever amount you are getting because of this contract will be your PGBP income and not your salary income. Hello, sir. And what income you will get out of this contract? PGBP income, meaning your commission. Now just imagine if this agreement is cancelled, terminated, or the terms are modified, then will you lose your PGBP income? So for that loss in your PGBP income, you will be compensated, because the contract may say that if I terminate or if I modified the terms of this contract, I am going to pay you what? Compensation. So even that compensation which you are getting for termination or modification of this agency contract in India, that will also be treated as your PGBP income. Getting my point, everyone? Understanding? Now next one, vesting of management of any property or business to the government or government corporation. Meaning that you have some business, you have some property. The entire management or the entire management of that business or property is now vested with the government or government corporation. Meaning you are giving away that business or property, management of that entire business or property you are giving away to the government. Why will you vest the management of your business or your property to the government or government corporation? Because there might be some MOU between you and the government, memorandum of understanding, and which happens in big infra projects. If you have heard, in the entire Chennai, no, metro is coming, example. Okay. Now forget about metro. I'll give you the other example. For example, there is one 300 kilometers long highway in the state of Kerala that government of Kerala wants to construct. But the government does not have that much resources or money and that expertise to build that 300 kilometers long highway. Who will have money, expertise, and those resources? Some infrastructure company. For example, L&T is there. Larsen and Toubro. Huge infra company. Yes or no? Now, L&T was approached by Kerala government. L&T came to know that Kerala government wants to construct this 300 kilometers long highway. Okay. Or the National Highways Authority of India. That National Highways Authority of India was planning to construct or lay this 300 kilometers long road. You came to know as a company. Now you approached NHAI or Kerala government saying that we are already in the road construction and everything. We will construct the road for you. 300 kilometers long, no, we will construct. We will build also, meaning construct also, we will operate also, and we will maintain also for the next 20 years. After constructing, building, we will operate and maintain also for next 20 years. But you are not supposed to interfere what we are doing. Because see, you want the highway to get constructed. That we will construct. But for that, the money will be invested by us. Resources will be put by us. Some thousands of crores we will have to invest. We are a business people. We are a company running a business. Our business is to construct the highways like this. So if you cannot pay us that money right now, at least give us the right to operate and maintain and to own that for next 20 years so that we can recover the cost. So for example, 1000 crores we will invest in the project. So 1000 crores plus some profit we take out from this project. That is the reason why there are some toll booths whenever you go to highway. And on those toll booths, whatever toll tax you pay, no, is nothing but you are not paying that toll tax to the government directly. Those toll taxes are paid to those company, infrastructure company, whose road you are going to use now, whose highway you are going to use now. That toll tax recovered from you is what? That is the recovery of the project cost, including profit, by that infra company who has laid down that road. For the next 20 years, toll booths will be fixed everywhere on this 300 kilometers long highway. The people will pass on, the vehicles will pass on, they'll pay the toll taxes. Now wait, 20 years. In 20 years, the entire project cost will be recovered, may or may not be recovered, with profit or without the profit. But after 20 years, there was a memorandum of understanding that, okay, we will construct, we will operate, we will maintain, we will do everything. And we'll try to recover as much cost as we can, including profit. But after 20 years, whenever we'll hand over the highway to the government or to the NHAI, this highway is not ours anymore. It will become the government property now. It is known as PPP, Public-Private Partnership, where the public means government, private means private firms, big companies. They will partner together for such type of works, Now definitely the road belongs to the government only. But for those 20 years, it was being managed by whom? By that L&T. So that the L&T can recover its money. But within 20 years, if the money could not be recovered, the business income could not be recovered, hello, so they will be compensated, no? MOU wise like that only. So what you had, you were managing, you were not the owner, you were managing that property or that business. What property, what business? Collecting toll. Property was that road, hello, that property or that business which you were managing till now. Now that management itself is going away from you. Till the time you were managing it, you were earning your business income now out of that. But after handing over that management to the government or any government agency, will you get any business anymore? No. Business income anymore? No. You stop getting that business income. Why? Because till the time you were managing this property or business, till that time you were getting business income. Now entire management of this property or business is now vested to the government or the government agency. Now you will stop getting that business income which you earlier used to get. To compensate for you for that loss, you will be paid what? Compensation as per this MOU. Getting my point? That compensation or other payment because of that MOU will be what? Your PGBP income. You ask this point to any of your friends. tell them to explain this, they will not be able to explain. First of all, they will not be knowing only that these type of incomes also exist under PGBP head. Even you ask your final CA friends also, no, who have already cleared inter and went into final, they will not be knowing all these things. See, after teaching you in this much detail, if you are not performing in the exams, you will not be a sad person. I will be the most saddest person. Why? Because I am putting all the efforts, thinking that I'm teaching you this, you will keep in mind. I'm teaching you this, you will keep in mind. But your ultimate intention is to write in the exam and pass. That's it. Not taking the knowledge, not understanding the things, what is there, what is not there. So what will you do with that piece of paper? That is a bullshit then. Even if it is a successful written on that paper, no. You will be successful only on paper, not in real life, if you don't get these kind of knowledge. So always pass your exams, not just for the sake of passing them. Pass your exams with a knowledge in your mind. Then only when you will go in the market, no, you will be valued, you will be appreciated. Otherwise, within 1 or 2 years, no, you will be thrown out of the competition. You will be nowhere seen anywhere. Getting my point? So this income has to be there. And why am I putting time in this income? In one question also, no, if they put a small adjustment having this income and you don't know that it is your PGBP income, ayo, this is a compensation, capital is it, not an income. Poda. Gone. Entire question, everything done correctly. This you did not know. Entire question is wrong. Everything will be wrong. But at least I will tell you once, with these examples, you will recollect that, okay, sir gave the example for that same point. Now you will see managing agent agreement. Immediately, that thing will click in your mind. Sir was millionaire. He started business. He gave that business to us to manage. That time he told whatever compensation for managing agent agreement will be PGBP. These things you will do in practical life also. These are not just theory things. Please be very careful in these things. Okay? Should I move ahead? Now see, 3 things they told. But these are not the 3 things. These 3 agreements are not the agreements because of which one earns business income. There are other agreements which might happen in the course of business or profession, which can allow an assessee to earn what? Business income. For example, between you and me, there is one agreement to supply raw materials. So I am your supplier. Because of this supply agreement, supply of raw material agreement, I am earning income from you. For the next 5 years, exclusively, I will supply goods to you at the price fixed under this, agreement, supply agreement. If somebody comes to me asking for the raw material, I will not sell them because I have entered in the contract with you exclusively to sell the raw material to you. Because of this contract only, I am earning my business income. Whatever goods, raw material I will sell you, it will be your raw material. But for me, it is goods, no? I will sell you because of this contract. I have to sell you only at this price only. If you are coming as a buyer, I have to sell that goods to you only first. I cannot sell to someone else. So I will safeguard myself also in the contract, no? That what if you start buying from someone else? I am relying you on you as my buyer, that you are going to come and buy from me, and now you are buying from others. My business is getting affected. That means that is a breach of my contract. You are not paying me the money which I am asking. You are not increasing the money. Or you are saying that no, I don't want to buy from you, I will buy from someone else. Contract terminated. Or initially you promised that you are going to buy 20,000 kilograms of quantity every year minimum. Now you are buying only 10,000. You are modifying. the contract. Because of you, I will suffer my business loss. So I will also safeguard myself in the business contract, no? Saying that, boss, see, I am agreeing to whatever conditions you are putting, but you are also supposed to agree in some conditions which I will put in the contract. If 20,000 kilograms, you are saying, I will provide. At this rate you are asking, I will provide. I will do whatever you are asking. But if you terminate this contract, because of that, there will be a business loss to me, no? The business income which I was supposed to get from you will no more be available with me. Because if you modify the terms of this contract, there will be a business loss to me. So you'll have to compensate. In case if you terminate this contract or modify the terms of this contract, you will have to compensate me. So now am I going to get the compensation in the course of my business or profession because of this business contract? Yes, even that will now be treated as my PGBP income. Now, not just managing agent agreement, not just agency contract, not just MOU. Now, any damn business contract, any contract or any contract in the course of business or profession. Out of all those contracts, I gave you just one example. Suppliers agreement. Hello. There can be many contracts, many type of contracts which might happen in the course of business or profession. Now, any contract will be covered here. Because what used to happen, no? Earlier, only 3 points were there. 2 years back, this amendment came. I was earning income. See, I am supplying goods to you. Yes or no? So, by supplying goods to you, I am earning my income. That is my PGBP income. I have to charge that income under PGBP head. So what I used to do, I used to tell you that I have supplied what? I have supplied 20,000 kilograms to you. For that, you are supposed to give me how much? 2 lakh rupees or 20 lakh rupees. Do one thing, that 20 lakh don't give me as my business income for supply of goods. Give it to me as a compensation. Terminate this contract. Now, if you will terminate this contract and give this 20 lakh to me as a compensation, will be my capital receipt, will not be taxable anywhere because this was not in existence earlier. People used to take their business incomes, taxable business income like this in the form of compensations. So it became very important for the government to bring this change in the law. And 2 years or 3 years earlier, this change came. Initially, only 3 agreements were covered. Now they are saying any business contract, meaning any contract entered in the course of business or profession is known as what? Business contract. If that business contract is also terminated or the terms are modified, and as a result of that, if you are receiving what? Compensation or any other payment, even that will be treated as your PGBP income. Because instead of PGBP income taking as PGBP income, you could have taken that PGBP income by this way also. So we want to charge this amount here. And by the way, these amounts are not small amounts. These amounts will be in crores of rupees, lakhs of rupees. How the government, do you think that the government will keep away these things from the income tax net? The government will always try to bring them under the Income Tax Act. Why? Because higher the incomes getting taxed under the Income Tax Act, the higher the tax revenue the government will also get. Getting my point? Should I move ahead? First, income under specific charge, compensation or any other payment received during the previous year by the assessee for termination or modification of managing agent agreement, termination or modification of agency contract, for vesting of management of property or business to government or government agency, or termination or modification of any business contract entered in the course of business or profession. Done? First income. Sure. Coming to the second income. What is the second income? Incentives. We'll start from here tomorrow. Okay. So this thing we'll start from tomorrow. Incentives. And tomorrow we'll finish the specific charge. All the incomes of specific charge I will explain. Then we are going to do those incomes where you will get some confusion whether to charge this income under PGBP or other rates. You think that this will be chargeable under PGBP. But no, this will not be chargeable under PGBP. This will be chargeable under other heads. You will think that this income belongs to other heads. No. This will be coming to PGBP. Those misconceptions also I will clear tomorrow. Okay. And then we will be, starting with what? How to compute the business income. What is method of accounting? Whether the method of accounting will be relevant while calculating your PGBP income. Calculating the profits. There are two methods, direct method, indirect method, in which you are supposed to compute your PGBP income. And once those methods are applied, you derive your PGBP income. But to calculate that PGBP income, method of accounting also becomes relevant. Section 145. And once you do this, now later on I'll ask you that after doing this, now you are aware that which incomes will fall under this head. But out of this income, these are gross incomes. Out of these incomes, you are supposed to take few deductions. So from gross income, if you will take deduction, only then profits and gains will be there. That profits and gains are chargeable. So which deductions you are supposed to get? Then that deductions part we are going to start tomorrow in our tomorrow's lecture. But first, we'll complete this part. Okay. So specific charge, first income we have already completed. From second income onwards, we are supposed to start tomorrow. Okay. So tomorrow's timing is known. Sure. So we are going to meet tomorrow. Okay. Bye bye. Bye everyone. Take care and happy Sunday.